I can't have an entire conversation like this, just with you in my periphery. That's absurd.
It's weird. Also, I'm hard to look at, let's be honest.
Not at all.
Aw, and this is Gaytriarchs.
Hi, David.
Hi, Gavin.
Is spring in New Jersey yet? Because I know it's only March when we're recording this, but we are in that interminable time right now that just needs to end, huh?
Full spring. It's full spring, right?
Is that a southern?
No. This is a real thing. It's where the winter is waning, and then you have that one day, which we had 2 days ago, which was like 60 fucking degrees. The sun is out, the birds are chirping, the tulip bulbs are popping through.
You were running around naked outside.
We were running around naked. Yes. It was like cruising the parks. It was like everything was back to normal. And then the next day, it's 20 degrees. And that's called full spring.
It's
always in March.
That's a southernism.
No, it's not. No, listener, write in and tell me if you've ever heard of Fool Spring. Fool Spring is like literally a day, and everyone thinks like, oh God, we can wear sandals now, we can, dine al fresco, and no, that's a lie. It's just one little taste. You have 4 more weeks of winter, and then you have spring.
You know what excites me about this is I feel like you've just given me a new holiday that I didn't know about that hasn't been co-opted by Hallmark or Facebook to be like Happy Fool's Spring. And then we feel like there's another bit of social media that we're all supposed to clamor on because, we're so good at Gaytriarchs at following trends.
I feel like you're just looking for a new reason to drink. You're like, oh, it's Fool Spring. Everyone knows you have to have a Fool Spring margarita.
What would be a Fool Spring recipe, do you think? Something grassy. It'd have to be green
or flowery or something with like a little edible flower on top.
Yes. With lemongrass and just vodka.
God, you are such a gay alcoholic. Like all you are a gay alcoholic. Back to the show and parenting. I want to tell you something that I mentioned 100 episodes ago, maybe. Where
you're almost literal about that.
Almost literal. We're coming up to 100.
Yeah, we are.
And we're definitely going to plan a really big thing, guys. You're really going to be really excited about it. But at daycare, and I don't know if this happened at your daycare or even happens at your school, once a year, they do like the around the world, bring a dish from your culture, celebrating everybody's culture day. Yes. And every year we have this white guilt of being like, all I could bring is like colonization to your like I don't know what to bring to you other than like cholera and like and Christianity. Like I don't know what to do here. And so my husband's always like, well, I don't know, we can make mashed potatoes because I think my ancestry said that we're a little bit Irish. I'm like, that's embarrassing. So we usually just opt out. Because because we feel fucking weird. Like, what am I gonna make from Florida? Like meth and orange juice? Like, I can't bring that to a room full of toddlers.
Well, you could bring the meth, but
anyway. So I don't know what. So I'm just our around the world dish day or whatever is next week, and I think we're just gonna make nothing.
Okay, so first of all, the fact that it's a week away, it's going to shock you to know that every single time we've done our bring a family tradition food to school, we find out about it, I swear to you, the day before. It's the weirdest thing. Everybody in the class knows about it 2 months ahead of time, but somehow there's a filter on our email and we only find out about it the night before. So the very first time it happened for my kid, it was when we were living in New York and my kid's class was basically the United Nations. I mean, there was a kid from Turkey, there was a kid from Israel, there was a kid from Jamaica, there was a kid from Latvia, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And I'm like, well, yes, I agree with you on the Christianity and cholera bit for sure. But the way they staged this is it's a family tradition, not necessarily.
That's different. You can sneak in something in there. Yeah.
You can be ethnic or you can be Florida. You can do both when it's.
But again, tradition. Mine would be domestic violence. Like it's hard to bring a family tradition.
So I really racked my brain about this. I mean, first of all, my partner's from Connecticut, so it's like, what are we going to bring in?
White.
Yankee pop. Well, we're super white. Right.
Stock dividends. Like, what are you bringing
Right. And so, and because we were living in New York and we had a lot of connection to, frankly, his family more, I thought, listen, let me take this one and do something for my family. I'm like, wait, what are our family traditions? We are super white people from Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Mexican food? No, we're not going to bring Mexican food. Okay. Can we? I mean, I really racked my brain. And then I thought, one little family tradition of ours was something called a Boston cooler. And a Boston cooler is something that my mom's family would have on New Year's Eve. And it's like, funny enough, it comes from, I found out, I did a little bit of research to find out it really is a Midwestern tradition. And it comes from a ginger ale maker, I believe, in Detroit on Boston Avenue. And so that's why it's called a Boston cooler, even though it has nothing to do with Boston, except Boston Avenue. And so we would do this on New Year's Eve, and I remember doing it like 3 or 4 times. And so I thought, well, this is the closest thing I can think of to a tradition that was unique to my family. So my daughter brings in a Boston cooler to school. She has to make a poster about it, right? So picture it. The recipe for a Boston cooler. Wait, hold on. The kid next to her at this thing brought in empanadas because his mom was from Colombia. So he comes up to my daughter and he says, so what is this? And she goes, it's a Boston cooler. It's vanilla ice cream blended with ginger ale. And the kid goes, so it's a milkshake.
It's a milkshake. Yes.
So the key was that you have to use beaters to blend up the ice cream with the ginger ale. I don't know. And that adults would put in like basically whatever booze they want into it, right?
Sure.
So she brings in this Boston cooler and her entire poster, she put 0.0% effort into it. And it was just a white poster with a bunch of black writing of the recipe. And so we were the whitest people in the entire classroom bringing a white milkshake with a white poster.
With a white poster. Where when you said Boston cooler, my first thought was, you know, those like gross, funny sexual things like the stranger, the chili dog, the white dragon, you know, like that's what I thought. I was like, what is the Boston cooler?
You're Googling this to find out what weird sexual fetish
exactly.
it is. No, indeed. It is.
All right, so white milkshakes for from your white family, and I will bring. I don't know what I'm going to bring. I feel bad not bringing because as we know, everyone all of our listener knows that I love class parenty bullshit. I love organizing a party.
Uh-huh.
I love baking mac and cheese for the spring fling. I love all that shit.
Right.
This is the day where I just succumb to the white guilt, and I'm like, no, please, empanadas, go ahead. And they usually bring really cool stuff. Like,
right.
Our daycare is also like super diverse, and there's always a lot of really cool things. Now, I don't know what the kids actually like or not, but it does feel a little silly for me to be like, here's mashed potatoes.
Well, let me tell you, those mashed potatoes, there was not a drop of Boston cooler left. But those empanadas, there was like a whole pile of them. You know,
I feel like combining 2 existing things is not a recipe, right? Ice cream and ginger ale.
I mean,
like, how is that a recipe?
Well, it's empanada
like
is like flour and potatoes, and I mean, you're just
keep going
stuff.
Keep going.
Corn,
sure, but you're combining ingredients. You're not combining already made food. It's not like you're getting ginger root and
making ice cream, churning ice cream.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway.
Okay, we've spent way too much time on this, but we would love to hear listener, we would love to hear what your secrets are to an around the world or bring in your family tradition dishes.
Yes.
Or actually. Better yet, your fails on the around the world or bringing your family dishes to schools.
Yes.
So something that I wanted to bring up to you maybe we should we're starting a new session called Gavin's therapy session on Gaytriarchs.
Oh, fun.
Being able to talk about how he's failing at parenthood, which is, so my daughter is actually signing up for high school now, which is definitely making the bags under my eyes even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And she refuses to take any music classes. And it is sending me into such a tizzy.
Does she take music classes now?
She's in the band.
Okay.
And she's quite good.
What does she play?
Trumpet.
Okay.
She plays the trumpet and she plays very well. And she's, by all reports, she plays very well. And she's a sensational singer. I mean, and that is objectively speaking, she is, I think I've said, my humble brag is that she literally could sing before she spoke. And she's never sung a flat note in her life.
Unlike her dad,
has always had pitch problems.
Who's just a half a tone under everything on 8 Broadway shows.
And is consequently very self-conscious about it and won't sing in public anymore. But she is absolutely a perfect singer. But she is, I don't know if it's just her rebellion that she doesn't want to do anything that has to do with what her dad's did, which I get. I get it. But come on, music is so fundamental and she's already a superstar at it. So like, why not do the thing that you're gonna excel at? And it's easy. It's an easy A, and it's the kind of thing you put on your resume or on your college transcript or high school transcript to get into college, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, but she has said to me, stop dictating my life. And I'm both. The dilemmas are, one, I'm your goddamn father and you're going to do what I say. And two, okay, I'm not really dictating, but I am telling you, this is the right decision, because taking ceramics in high school is not actually going to help you down the line. It'll be fun, but come on.
You are the Putin of your family. You are the fucking dictator, and she's over here. Zelensky over
she's
here
calling
is
me
asking
out.
for.
She's absolutely calling me out. But sometimes, well, I would not say Putin is right. But sometimes I'm right.
Wow, making news here on Gaytriarchs here. Putin was right. Listener, can you hear the vein throbbing in Gavin's forehead as he's telling the story? I can hear the fire coming from you.
This is quite literally keeping me up at night, because I feel like my window, she was supposed to sign up on it yesterday, which she did, for classes that are meaningless. I mean, not meaningless, obviously. Ceramics is very important, and I want to take a ceramics class, but I would balance it. You got to balance your Boston cooler with a little bit of broccoli. And it's not even like steamed, mushy, olive green broccoli. Like, we're talking broccoli with garlic and fine truffle oil and cheese. That's what music class is. Anyway, should I put my foot down? I mean, my partner and I are definitely wringing our hands about this, because she won't do what we want her to do, but we know best, right?
Yes, but God, this is so hard, because I am not, obviously, my kids are 5 and 3, so I'm not anywhere near in the decision-making processes that you are, but I'm like pretending I have these, and I think I would feel the exact same way. I would be terrified. Here's the thing, though, putting yourself into her shoes. Whatever you force her into, she's not going to excel at. She's going to hate, and she's going to poison on purpose. So she has to find the joy in herself. So I would say, here's my advice to you as somebody.
Shut the fuck up and get out of the way.
No,
it's true.
Wait, listen. Okay. Maybe you could listen. Maybe a little, talk about therapy. Maybe we listen and respond. Maybe don't just shout over each other. Is kind of negotiate with her, but let her get 70% of what she wants instead of 50-50. So you'd be like, listen, I know you don't want to do singing or music. It's like, we'll let it go. We really want you to do it, but we want you to find joy. But the one thing we want you to do is, whatever, continue trumpet or something like that. Exactly. But because you want her to find it. But I also know what you mean is, like, sometimes you need to be forced, because like my parents would always be like, you need to take more piano, because I was good at the piano, but I was always played by ear. I didn't have the theory and I couldn't read sheet music very well. And then I just didn't want to, and I didn't want to, and I didn't want to. So they didn't force me. And now I'm like, fuck, I wish.
And you regret it.
Yeah, that's but if they had forced me, I would not have learned. I would not have learned. Yeah. I would have just crossed my arms and said, fuck you, until they stopped doing it. So I think you have to take an L on this one.
But it's going to be consequential for the rest of her life.
I know.
And I do agree that she could go do ceramics for a year and be like, I kind of miss like what the kid. I mean, also
that's what you hope, right?
The music kids. To it. She should be with the music kids. She should be with the theater adjacent kids, because they're fun kids, right?
And they're going to be good kids their whole lives. Versus the hot jocks and the cheerleaders and stuff. Now they're going to fizzle out by, first
in ceramics
year.
class.
Yeah, totally.
Right. And so it's kind of like, if you need to find your tribe now. Now, of course, she can find the tribe when she's a sophomore, but it's harder to get back into it, or it takes even more bravery to be like, I didn't do it this year. Everybody's already their group of friends, and I'm going to infiltrate what's already been
and
established.
also like the arts, as you know, like theater and band and stuff, it's kind of the refuge for scoundrels, right?
Totally.
It's like the place where come on into our crazy wild family versus, you know, the cool kids who, let's be honest, one of them is going to get in a car accident senior year, so you don't want him in that. Do you know what I mean? There's always one, so you don't want him in that group. But
when I tried to convince her that she should be with the theater kids, she did say to me, "Dad, theater is just rehab for emos."
Yeah.
Which is right.
Yeah. I mean, she's got you there.
And I think that's a good thing. Anyway, this will be an ongoing struggle. And yes, maybe this will be an ongoing thing of Gavin's therapy session on Gaytriarchs.
Gavin's therapy session, but also the theme I think that our listener probably knows about you. We're clocking in here at episode 98 is that like you are a control freak. You like to have your hands in all parts and guide everything. And when it's veering the other way, you stress out. Your husband or your partner was saying during the vacation the same thing. Gavin, if you don't get off her about that, like you're going to have the heart attack.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, well, speaking of Boston Coolers, I do have one little dad hack of the week that I was referencing, which is it's a really good thing. You know, I'm always preoccupied with trying to get my kids to talk to me, right? Because obviously I'm not a good listener and all I do is talk over them. So I don't even give them an opportunity to talk.
Sure.
But just getting them to open up. And as we know, like it's much easier to have conversations when you're both facing forward in a car, for instance, or when you're like having a date and having... having your Starbucks moment. And so I liked something that I read that said, start little traditions like nature walk Sundays, which would not go over well with my household, or game nights, I suppose, which I'm reaching an age where my kids are like, I don't want to be with you, so we're not doing game nights.
That's so fucking heartbreaking to hear. I know it's coming, and it hurts me.
But Milkshake Mondays was something that I thought, and basically it's like a Starbucks Monday, but I thought setting time to go have a parent-child date gives them something to look forward to, and it also is just like an inherent, we're going to sit and, I don't know, have quality bonding time. So I am going to start a Starbucks Monday / Boston Cooler Monday and force my kids to talk to me.
Is it going to be like all four of you as a family are going to go, or is
That's
that like
the thing. I think it needs to be one-on-one.
Got it. Because we do, so we have two kind of like this. One that we do every Sunday is Sunday Family Movie Night. And I remember starting it exactly for the reason you're saying, was like, I want to start a tradition that my kids can rely on that feels fun. And so we don't watch a ton of TV or do tablet time, but unless I'm stressed and my husband's out of town and I'm like forcing Bluey on them. But every Sunday they know, they're like, what are we going to watch for Sunday Family Movie Night? And it's so fun to see them recognize this as a thing. And then the other thing we do for like Christmas presents is like, we don't do presents. I think we've talked about this before on the show. We don't really do, my husband and I don't do a lot of presents for each other. So usually Christmas is the only time that we're all buying each other presents. And so we'll do like each dad will take one kid to the dollar store. We'll say you can pick three things for Papa. And it's so fun. It's so exciting. Then we go to Starbucks afterward and have lemon pound cake. And so that has been really fun in that respect.
That's good. That's just like a Milkshake Monday. Yeah.
And do you want credit for this? Is it you want credit for my story? Is that why? You can have credit.
So finally, a little bit of gay news, because we are America's finest news source, right?
Yes.
In the good gay news, the Philadelphia Board of Education has said, no, Donald Trump, we are not going to comply with your hatred of trans people, and we are going to maintain trans children being able to play sports, play with their friends, develop and learn alongside each other according to their gender identity. And that takes real bravery and is awesome. And bravo, Philadelphia.
I love yins, Philly. Yins going to the school and playing with your gender identity. I'm trying to work on my Philly accent. It's not really great. Come on. It's not horrible. It's not Gavin singing on Broadway bad. It's like, okay. See, the kind of like pretend culture war that is used to distract from the billionaires basically depleting us. This is one of them. It is nice, and it's, dare I say, a little bit hopeful to see these little nuggets of people being like, not falling for the bait of but what if a guy walks into the girl's bathroom and, I don't know, finger bangs them. Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
Which, by the way, let's be very clear, is not what is happening.
No,
whatsoever.
It's not happening at all. People are going into the bathrooms to take a shit and to have a moment of peace, maybe even play on their phone, sitting on the toilet in the airport.
Away from their children.
Yes. That's all they want in the bathrooms. My God, people.
Quiet.
I remember remember when Telsey moved to their new offices and they had like the bathrooms were just this big open air kind of bathrooms.
For listener, he's referring to one of Broadway's biggest casting directors.
Yes.
And in the mid-aughts, they changed their offices, and it was the very first time. David, please explain there.
Yeah, they used to be in this like kind of small normal office, and they moved to this much bigger space, and they had this big collection of bathrooms, but there was no male or female bathrooms. And the kind of communal space was like the sinks, the hand dryers, the mirrors, that kind of stuff.
But each
and
stall was completely enclosed.
Exactly. So there was no urinals or anything. It was just like many, 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 many stalls. And then the kind of entrances, there was no real doors. It was like really open. It was really actually kind of awesome. And you realize you're like, oh, because we're all just going in here to take a piss and wash our hands, like this seems like a reasonable way to do this. Also, which I think was very smart, I don't know if you remember this, they would play like, I don't know, rain sounds, or like they would have some sort of but like at max volume. I think to cover anybody having like major diarrhea attacks before their auditions.
With their nerves, yes.
Totally.
Exactly. It was very Ally McBeal too. I know that you are very young, but I believe I didn't watch Ally McBeal actually, so because it was before my time, or I wasn't watching TV at that time. I think it was in college. But in Ally McBeal, they had those communal bathrooms too, and it was so innovative. But now can we all just take our piss and move on with our lives, right?
I mean, like every like airplane bathroom is a gender neutral bathroom. Like there's no, but what I liked about the Telsey ones is maybe Telsey should fucking hire us now. But is how like the entrances were kind of open. It all felt very open and safe and like not weird. There was nothing weird about it.
Nothing.
And like every single stall door, total individual thing, so you could have your cry or whatever you needed to in there. Anyway, love it. So props to Telsey for kind of also being on the chart. That and your old timey show, Ally McBeal.
Speaking of things that make us cry, you know what could really make us cry?
What?
Our top 3 list.
Gaytriarchs top 3 list. 3, 2, 1.
This is my week. Yes, I love my week. It's always the best week. So this week is the top 3 iconic musical theater performances. Now, as almost all of our lists go, this could go a lot of different ways, and whatever way you chose is the right way. I used to write for a show where the host would say that at the end of every episode. Anyway, so the way I chose was not necessarily my favorite, but the ones that where you're like person to song is undeniable forever. Like this, when I think of this song, it's this person performing it, whether they're the best one who did it or not. So anyway, in number 3, again, I would be very shocked if there's not a lot of crossover in these lists, but in number 3 for me, Idina Menzel, Defying Gravity.
How can it not be? Although, let's be honest, Cynthia is better.
I would agree, and this is why I made the caveat before.
But it's
is
iconic.
Like this. Listen, I think. Listen, Jessica Vosk. Have you heard Jessica Vosk sing Defying Gravity?
No. Should we go YouTube it right now?
Jessica Vosk is having a moment on TikTok because people are like, "Oh, who is this bitch?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm only just the best singer ever." And then she does Defying Gravity amazingly because you know how Defying Gravity. It's a really hard song for these girls, and the problem is when you hear a girl, maybe Idina, maybe somebody else, who is really struggling, it's not as enjoyable to listen to as somebody who is doing it effortlessly. Anyway, Idina Menzel, I think, undeniable, Defying Gravity. Number 2, Jennifer Holliday, And I Am Telling You.
Obviously.
I mean, obviously. Like, again, Jennifer Hudson, she was amazing, but Jennifer Holliday, forever tied to that song. And for me, number 1, arguably one of the best, if not the best, written song in musical theater. And I think the most incredible performance of a song that is not big, it's very small, Ellen Green, Somewhere That's Green.
Oh, yeah.
And in particular, the performance she does on Hey, Mr. Producer. She, if you haven't watched or if you don't know what that is, please go look it up. Ellen Green created this like a toaster. She did this very strange voice for this character that now everyone emulates.
Mhm.
But her performance is she's basically singing a song about like, one day I dream about having this kind of like 50s housewife life with a perfect little yard, and a perfect little husband, but it's fucking cripplingly devastating because you kind of know she's not going to get it.
Yeah.
And she kind of knows that, but then she's fighting back. It is fucking perfection. So number one, Ellen Green, somewhere that's green.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say yes. We have the overlap. I've been writing stuff as it's been coming to me. I did think about this.
I believe you
into it.
When I do a musical theater list, you're usually pretty prepared.
Idina Menzel, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, You're Gonna Love Me, Jennifer Holliday,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. So I'm going to take it a couple of different directions. Also, for me, an iconic moment that I experienced, number 3, was Doug Hodge in the revival of La Cage aux Folles singing "I Am What I Am."
Interesting.
That was also the first time I'd ever seen the show in person, that was a show-stopping Act 1 closer that left me completely breathless. And I thought, of course, it was partly just age. Frankly, all of these songs are so much more profound the more you have life experience behind you. Yeah. But that was a defining moment. Was watching Doug Hodge sing "I Am What I Am." Number 2, I will never be able to separate Keala Settle from singing "This Is Me" in Greatest Showman. It's a movie. It hasn't been on Broadway yet.
Yeah, but you think of her when you think of that song. Yeah.
It's just remarkable. I've worked with Keala before, and she is a remarkable singer, a remarkable performer. And in particular, when you YouTube the rehearsal where it kind of looks like it's the first time she ever sang it with the crowd, and Hugh is standing up crying and everybody in the room is crying, and this is very musical theater.
Jeremy Jordan was pushed out. Do you know the story of Jeremy? Jeremy Jordan was in that role was Hugh's role, like throughout all the workshopping process. Oh, it's a whole drama. Look it up. It's a whole drama. And there's video where you see Jeremy Jordan at the table watching Hugh, realizing that his fucking role is gone. Anyway, that's
because he was going to play.
No, well, so they were like, "Oh, we'll keep you, Jeremy, as this other character, blah, 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 don't worry." But Hugh is the star. And then he was just pushed out of the movie. It's a whole thing. You have to look it up. It's a big drama. I don't want to start drama on Gaytriarchs, but.
And then one more thing. For me, number 1, the thing that came to mind was listening to Laura Bell Bundy sing
God.
"I Feel So Much Better."
Oh, my God.
Flat.
Why?
In Legally Blonde, which we have not mentioned in 50 episodes.
No, I know. And listen, I should have put So Much Better. I really should have. So much better was there. But what I learned when I was doing this list was I tried to make it not my personal ones. I tried to make it like the big ones. But when I think about my personal ones, So Much Better is easily number 1. That was one of those moments where I was.
But the famous YouTube
flat, the famous YouTube one, because it's not because she sings flat; it's because she sings a flat note. She takes a breath, comes right back in on that same sour note.
And the story that I understand is she had been recording all day long for MTV or something, and she had sung it 100 times. It's a very difficult song. It's a very difficult note to sing.
Yeah.
Even holding it in pitch on pitch. It's very difficult because the orchestra's playing all over the place. Yeah. So, we all would have done it. Well, I would have done it. My daughter would not have done it. I would have done it. But still, that's iconic.
So fucking iconic. If I had gone into iconic fails, yes. Or honestly, even iconic personal ones. Like, oh yeah, I'm here with Cynthia Erivo and Color Purple, that kind of stuff. But I just one quick, because you were personal thing is for me. When I saw Cabaret in the early 2000s, they did that revival with, is that the one with Alan Cumming?
Yes.
I can't remember. And I got to see it. And I had seen Cabaret a million times. And I was like, whatever, it's Cabaret. And then I saw an understudy. The performance I went on, the understudy for Sally Bowles was on. And I wish I knew her name. All I know is that she went to Florida State. And she sang Cabaret, the song Cabaret from Cabaret. And it was the first time, I'm getting chills thinking about it right now. It was the first time I went, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
It was I had always been like, what good is sitting
you think it's
alone in
when you're a
room?
Child, when you're in high school, you think it's an up-tempo happy song.
But then the
devastation.
Devastation in the and this is like high-level musical theater acting, but when you're not playing the underlying problem, but you see it there underneath the surface. It's fucking amazing. This has become a musical theater podcast. We've been talking about this for 15 minutes. Sorry,
well,
listener who doesn't
entirely.
like that. Yeah.
Let's change entirely for next week's top 3 list. I want to hear your top 3 dick jokes.
Ooh, love it.
My something great this week is having gone down rabbit holes of Instagram more in recent days than normal. And I stumbled across something that I'm sure the entire world already knows. So I'm doing it for our listener, just in case our listener hasn't already heard it. Mm-hmm. Do you know this song? Ready?
The takeover.
I mean, the creativity.
Oh, it is a bop.
It is a bop. But the creativity of folks on the interwebs is absolutely amazing. And this
Moby
guy
remixed that.
Whose name
Moby
I know.
did.
I know, it's amazing. This guy whose name I should have right now, which I don't. What's his name?
Literally, I went to dinner with some friends last night, and we were singing this in the car.
It's amazing. A gift from Todd. So that's the name of the guy. It's Todd TJ. He's a singer creator and blah 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 blah. Anyway, the hilarity, his great song, his voice, everything about it. Hostile government takeover is my something great this week. What about you, David?
The song, not the current takeover of the oligarchs in the United States of America. Okay, so my something great. Don't laugh at me. It's another TikTok. However, this, Gavin, I think is going to be right up your alley because
Bring it.
You, like me, are a hoofer or were hoofers, whatever. We have tread the boards with our tap shoes. Mm-hmm. This came across my FYP, and I am now obsessed. Her name is The Dancing Nana. Okay. Her name is Shirley Goodman. And if you go to her page, you see this bitch laying it down. She's 102 years old.
Amazing.
And the video I saw was her at clearly at some sort of senior living community she's in. And it's like a community room and they're all watching her. She goes up on stage and like a woman is helping her up the stage. She's wearing a t-shirt that has a print of her Instagram photo on it with likes on it.
Good for her.
And this bitch does a full 2.5 minute tap dance. The rhythms are perfect. Barely any mistakes. And then I go to her page and she's dancing it wet. She is great. She's 102.
And her, once again, her handle is at Dancing Nana. Is that right?
It's _dancing Nana. But I guarantee you, if you just if you go into the search bar and just say The Dancing Nana, you'll see her come up. She always wears these leather daddy hats, which is really funny. You have to look at her leather daddy hats. But every video is her dancing. She's amazing. She only has 2,000 followers, guys. Get on it. She is amazing. Shirley Goodman, you are my something great this week.
That's awesome.
And that is our show. If you have any comments, suggestions, or general compliments, you can email us at GaytriarchsPodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can DM us on Instagram. We are at GaytriarchsPodcast. On the internet, David is at David FM Vaughn everywhere, and Gavin is at Gavin Lodge off pitch.
Please leave us a glowing 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts.
Thanks, and we'll conduct a hostile government takeover next time on another episode of Gaytriarchs.
We're in the middle of a hostile government takeover. I want to talk about it, but I'll be late for work. And if you say, wait a minute, who we have to stop this? We have one, but you didn't want that lady in office. Hostile government takeover. Hostile government takeover. Now that we're a part of a Nigerian prince, damn surprise, surprise, it ended up being a white man. Oh, I just want to know what the hell do I do? Oh, drink. And if you say it